Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Radium, and today I have another episode of my Terraria Calamity Deathmode Armageddon playthrough for all of you. In which today we've got a lot planned. In all honesty, I hope to get past the Moonlord by the end of it. And I've made a bunch of changes since Rogue is actually very bad at the stage of the game I'm at, in my opinion. So what I've done off camera is pretty much kept the same tier of gear, but I've switched to a Ranger class. I did the Frost and Pumpkin Moon. Unfortunately, Pumpkin didn't have much to yield me in terms of items, but Frost, on the other hand, is incredibly useful, so I've obtained the Snowball Cannon and the Chain Gun, both brilliant items, and obviously enough a Tsunami from the Duke Fishron fight's previous episode. So with these items, I'm incredibly excited, because I feel like the damage output is going to be much better now. And overall, playing as a Ranger in a no-hit is ideal at the end of the day. And these weapons will offer me the damage and versatility required to do some of these harder bosses. Especially one that's been troubling me regardless, known as the Plaguebringer Goliath, which is pretty much the main goal for this episode. It's the boss I want to start with, and it's very much just gonna take loads of tries. I have customized the arena slightly, made it a bit thicker. The jungle grass seeds took a long time to farm for, but this is the best layout for it. And in my opinion, the best way of doing this fight is just spawning the boss in and spamming the Tsunami. It's weird to say, but I do believe this weapon to be the best out of all of these. And the Fishron wings provide the brilliant mobility, and with all of that in mind, I reckon this fight is relatively simple. Only issue is you need to continually move about to avoid the attacks. But most things get completely obliterated before you even get a shot with it. Oh no! I was farming out of camera for reforges. I'm gonna have to put my money back, but I'll meet you guys back momentarily. Oh my god, yes! Yes! Jesus Christ, that took like 63 attempts. Oh my god, yes. Oh, we didn't get the Malachite, but I don't even care. Jesus. Oh, that took so long, and that's a good item for me. Oh, I hate you. I'm never doing you again. Oh, you piece of trash. I hate you. We even got a Bloomstone that I don't care about. But Jesus Christ, we did it. Oh my god, I was genuinely here for like an hour and a half, and it's gonna equate to like a minute of recording. You guys better enjoy that montage. That's like the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh god, okay, give me a moment to catch my breath, and I'll meet you guys back at the base. Now that that absolutely horrendous boss is defeated, I honestly don't know what to do but move on to the next boss, because it doesn't really offer me much, and I don't want to go for the heart of the elements for this playthrough. As although it does have some advantages in terms of damage, it's nothing too significant, and is overall quite a defensive accessory. So honestly, I might just move straight on to some Lunatic Cultist attempts, although I can't use these until I've defeated the Lunatic Cultist at the dungeon, apparently. Which is kind of annoying, but what can you do? So this is a boss I'm not going to make a montage for, because I think it's easy enough to do without one. And I'll meet you guys back once we have a successful attempt. And that was easy, okay. Well, I'm very happy to say we can move on to other things now. And that boss can't really provide me with much, but I'm still excited to do the next fight, which is Armageddon. This is what I'm very happy with, because the boss has actually recently been changed, so... What we get to do is we get to try and find this monolith in the astral biome, and we can just get straight into this fight in all honesty, after we kill that stupid enemy. I haven't actually explored my astral biome too, I believe it's just down here, but wait. Oh no, I don't think I have a monolith, what? Maybe, but I'm gonna have to check my world and meet you guys back momentarily. Somehow with my infinite wisdom, I forgot that you need to enter hard mode for an astral beacon. But at least I've got one now, and I believe I'm just gonna head over to that area in my world and place it down, as well as deleting the old world, so that's fun. I am, as I said before, very excited about this fight. I don't know how it's gonna go, but it's one of my favourite fights, in all honesty. I love Armageddon in the new update. I didn't like the old battle, however. But I just feel they've done a really good job adjusting it and making it feel a lot more fair. So, using these, I'll head to the astral biome. It's already night. And I can just do this once, and I believe that'll have this nice little particle effect, which will then very soon lead to my demise. So there's the boss. Some things don't change, I don't think, with this fight, but some things have definitely changed. However, the boss is incredibly fast, does a lot of damage, and I think holy arrows are going to be the way about this. I didn't realise this before, but the boss also predicts your movement, which is going to be very difficult to combat, I believe. Let's see, we're pretty much into the second phase already, though, which is exciting. All I need to do, though, is drop through the gap, and there's two of them. Okay. I do not know how I'm gonna... Okay. Well, it looks like this fight isn't going to be one that requires a montage, but I will just cut to a successful attempt, because that Plaguebringer montage already took up so much of my time. And, like, for an example, it's probably like 3 hours of recording for 2 minutes of content. So I'm just going to grind this out and show you guys a successful attempt. And there we go. That was a really fun fight, I'm not gonna lie, and that's fun. But I mean, we did it. Oh lord, we can now mine Astrolore, and there is a meteor in this world, luckily. And these treasure bags are going to hopefully contribute something really valuable towards us, that they are. The main intentions, I don't know. I don't know if there are any good drops, because I normally don't fight this boss. But I wanted to do it for the sake of completion, and since I just said that, I realised I haven't done Analyta, or the Leviathan. There's all the treasure bags, which is, you know, kind of nice. We got a bunch of stuff, but I don't know whether I'm going to need any of this. If there's a ranger weapon here, then I'll take it. I don't need a rogue weapon at this stage, unfortunately, but I'm still happy with that. That's pretty fun. Since we're here, I've decided I'm just going to craft myself up. Oh, yes, an Unreal Phantasm, as you do. That's amazing. I feel like going for bows this time around is going to be my play. I normally choose the Vortex Beater, and I may also make it because there's a bunch of possibilities for fragments. But a very important point now is that I can start harvesting Astrolore. And I believe I've got a hotkey on this. Just tap it once and it should just all melt away. And I can help it out a little bit more. This stuff is going to be very valuable, and I believe there is an armor set you can make with Astral, which is going to be a possibility for my endgame armor. I couldn't tell you for sure, but it does look pretty solid regardless. I was going to make myself the Astral armor, but I realised it's more of a defensive set and a summoner set, as well as giving mage bonuses and little to no damage. It might have a good set bonus, but still, that's not something I'm willing to do. There are a bunch of really good weapons. Most of them are melee and mage, but there are a couple of ranger options, as well as a single rogue one, which is an upgrade of the Prisma line. If you guys remember that, that was an incredible weapon for us. But I believe I'm going to be sticking with my guns, quite literally, and just making these two weapons, the Astral Blaster and the Astral Bow for now. So that's all I can see myself really needing for the time being. Let's see. There they are, Astral Bow. Looks pretty damn cool. It's like a clockwork bow, and I don't think I have enough, so I'm gonna have to craft a couple more little bars. There we go. And the Astral Blaster, which is very slow, and it seems to fire its own. Oh, it fires a homing round regardless. That's pretty nice then. Both of these weapons could be useful, but I'll have to see. Okay, guys, I've got 3 of the pillars. The one that I haven't destroyed being Stardust. But there's just a couple more upgrades I want to make before we really get into this. For a start, I want to make myself the Vortex Beater, as far as I can tell, this Astral Blaster is going to be a very good weapon. But the Vortex Beater is kind of like the old reliable choice, and I just don't know how I feel about that yet. So I'll see how I feel shortly, but I'll give both a go and really do an in-depth DPS test to see how I feel about it. But more importantly, I need to get an accompaniment summon. So I'm obviously going to be getting the Stardust Dragon, spamming him a bit. And I've got a bunch of minion slots thanks to laws and buffs. So there we go. My game's frozen, that's always reassuring. Okay guys, the Stardust Pillar has just been destroyed. I'm going to grab my fragments and get out of here. As well as that, put Ultimate Peaceful on. Just to guarantee nothing else can ruin my day with this fight. Apart from the fight itself, obviously enough. Honestly, I'm just going to go reforge my stuff. I'm going to try out the Astral Blaster for the first fight. Because, obviously enough, this is going to take more than one attempt, but... let's just get something of a good reforge on this thing, hopefully. Come on, like, Deadly or Unreal. Would be very nice, although the game is being very stingy. I'll just take the next Ruthless that comes up. And in terms of the Stardust, just a good damage boost. There we go. Alright, so I've just realised I've left my music off because I was trying to record the time-lapse for the Plaguebringer and just forgot it. So I'm going to have to do some post-editing stuff, which is very stupid of me. I'll figure it out. So, yeah, Astral Blaster for the first fight. I'm sure it's not going to go well, just judging by the past, but we'll see. You never know, it could go well. But I am a little bit rusty on Deathmode, Moonlord. I've already taken a hit, technically speaking, but oh my god, this damage. This damage is incredible. So that's one thing I don't need to worry about in future. I just completely botted there, but I'll figure it out. This is going to be a fight that's going to take a bunch of attempts. So I will meet you guys back once we have a victorious attempt, and I don't think I'll be doing a death montage of this one, just because the fight takes so long to prepare. So I will meet you guys all back shortly. Okay, I know I should be extremely happy, but that legitimately took like 3 tries. Oh my god. 3 attempts, apparently. That's all you need to do to not hit a Moonlord. And I know this is really overpowered with the Annihilation Potions, but I do not care. I've done this before and that took so much less time than I thought it would. So I'm very happy with that, honestly. I don't know how to react. But overall, that means that we've had an incredibly successful episode. And if we got, oh my god, we got an SDMG. We got an SDMG. Additionally, we can finally use this last accessory slot. I'll just put a Ranger emblem in there for now. And I'll very much take that. Oh, we got the Unreal on the wrong item, but it's all good. It's still brilliant, so this is going to be our main weapon for the time being. I don't think there's another range weapon I'd rather have than the SDMG, especially for bosses like Providence, but I couldn't tell you in all honesty. Since I have so much Luminite, I've decided I'm just going to try and make myself the full Vortex armor now, as it is going to be a very good set for a short while. It will obviously be upgraded with like ocean or like deep blue or ocean blue, whatever that set's called, later on, but this will be very good for the time being. And it doesn't have a useful buff, but this is looking pretty good for me. I'll have to upgrade to Seraph Tracer soon enough, but those are things that'll all come in good time. And I do not need to worry about it too much yet. I've just dipped straight into Hells. This is normally what I do. When I beat the Moonlord, just farming out some enemies down here. I know my hell is completely scuffed for a Providence fight, so I'll have to clear an area of platforms out and just go from there, I guess. But it should be relatively easy to adjust. Now the enemies are starting to spawn, which is nice. And I'm glad to see we do a lot of damage to them. But obviously they're going to do a lot of damage to us as well, so it's a very dangerous game here. The goal is to collect myself enough Unholy Essence for a Rune of Cos, as I've decided I want to go fight some of the Servants of the Scourge before anything else, as I feel like that's a very good way of getting some upgrades for me before the real action begins, I guess you could call it. But honestly, I don't know what direction I want to take this now. There's a lot of ways I could go about the game now, but I really am just lost for the time being. I'll figure it out. For a Rune of Cos, all I believe you need is 40 Unholy Essence, so I believe we'll have enough after this kill. Yep, there we go. Now we can craft ourselves up this rune, and the first boss I want to go for, this may be a bit of a unique one for some of you, but I just want to go straight for the Stormweaver. I believe the Stormweaver has a brilliant weapon for early game ranges that could really help me out, and it is going to take a bunch of tries, but I want to just do it as a fight to end off this episode, really, if that makes sense. Although my world isn't optimised for a Stormweaver battle, we'll figure it out.